The 946th edition of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code MMA SGPN.
Howdy ho, degenerinos. Welcome to episode 946 of the MMA Gambling Podcast of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, dedicated to Biker Boy, one of our friends in the YouTube comment section of our channel. Thanks for coming to the show. I am the swarthy gentleman, aka Jeff Fox. With me is the what's your name again? Gumby Vreeland. Daniel. I never see Daniel ever anymore. It's Daniel Gumby Vreeland.
The
goddamn wizard.
GD Dub.
GD Dub. We need some GD Dub shirts. And yes, this is a rare, I guess we sometimes do Friday episodes. We owe you an episode. Tuesday did not happen for various reasons, mostly because of internet reasons, but RIZIN's not happening until what? Sunday/Monday. So you got plenty of time still, and we have odds for it this way. So we're talking about RIZIN Landmark 12 in Kobe. It's not one of their massive events because it's only like a 10,000 person stadium instead of 100,000, but should still be fun, right? Anything you're looking forward to on this here card, Gumby?
Watching Izawa kill somebody again.
There you go.
Yeah, I love Izawa.
Yeah. So there you go. But we always can have fun watching women kill each other, right? That's what Gumby's all down about here.
She's the best atomweight in the world.
Like, yeah, we're watching UFC. Come on,
we're watching the greatest fighter in the world at a weight class on this event, and that's something.
Yeah, there you go. Whoa, look at that. Perfect, Gumby. Perfect. All right, we're going to tell you all about RIZIN. Maybe before we dive into it, have you had time to update your stats for regional, aka non-UFC?
I have. The Diego Brandao win for us was huge this week because outside of his win, we were actually struggling. And this is why when people are like, why is Gumby in on that 6-1 underdog? What is he doing? It all comes out in the wash, right? Because Diego Brandao cashed at plus 650 for us this week. Which is a huge win, and we are now up to 47 units, little over 47. It was like 47.1 units on the year, and that's only if you bet exactly one unit on every single money line we've talked about in non-UFC MMA. So, like, we're hamstringing ourselves by not upping our units. We're hamstringing ourselves by needing to play the money line. We're hamstringing ourselves by saying we got to do every single fight. And we're still at 47. So, and hitting like 60, I think it was 64 or 65%.
Fantastic. Yeah, the money is out there in non-UFC because there's less people putting their money down on it. So the lines are not as sharp. So lucky we have our own sharp Gumby Vreeland telling you where to put that money. All right. This week is going to be, not this week, this episode is going to be at RIZIN. Before we dive into it, NFL, let's try again. The NFL, MLB, NBA, college football, and NHL are all live, and we got podcasts giving out free picks for everything. Subscribe to the SGPN feed to catch every episode wherever you get your podcasts. MLB could finish tonight, right? Yeah. Today's game 6, right? Friday, I think.
Yes.
Anyhow,
yes, that's correct. That is correct.
That is correct. Excellent. RIZIN Landmark 12 in Kobe, Hyogo, Japan, November 2nd, 2025. It is Sunday night / actually looks like the prelims are actually starting at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Originally, it was like midnight Sunday night / Monday morning. I guess they must have added some more fights since that time. So we got 10:30 p.m. late Sunday, early Monday for you. Internet pay-per-view, RIZIN. It's taking place in the Glion Arena, Kobe, Hyogo, Japan. For our fans on that side of the world who want to go there. We got 14 MMA bouts, 4 kickboxing bouts, all in a ring. That's the enclosure. Let's break things down by telling you about a Canadian first. Imagine that. Canadian all the way over in Japan fighting. That would be Tony Laramie. He's a Canadian. Wataru Yamauchi. He is a Japan fighter. They're fighting at flyweight, but it's considered 126 over there. And we have odds. Gumby's not seen them yet. So one of the positives of doing this episode a little bit later than expected. We'll tell you about Laramie first. 10-3 with 6 knockouts. He's been submitted once. So he's durable. 1-1 in RIZIN. He's won 8 of 9, but he did lose his last bout. Multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get a shirt, get a merch, sportsgamblingpockets.com/store. 1-0 in LFA. He's fed at 135. 1-0 as a pro boxer. And that's it for him. Almost said it. I didn't say it. Yamauchi, 8-2, 3 knockouts, 1 submission. He's been knocked out twice. This is his debut in RIZIN. Lost win over his last 4. Won his last bout via TKO. 2 inches taller than Laramie. And Gummy's going to tell you who's going to win and what the odds are.
So I originally wrote down. So first of all, I'm on the Yamauchi side.
Okay.
And I'd written down plus 225 on him. What's the number look like?
Sadly, no. Plus 120.
Okay, that's a lot closer than I envisioned. But let me. I was hoping for a little bit better, but I still think I'm on the Yamauchi side at that price. The big piece for me about Laramie, he was like a hyper prospect a little while ago, and he had that fight. Was it Ito he fought last?
I can tell you for who, Laramie?
Yeah, I think he fought Ito last.
Let me see.
In that fight, he just
yeah, you're right.
I'm right. Okay. In that fight, he just marched forward and was like, I'm gonna get in this dude's face, and just constantly counter, and just got pieced up in that fight, and ultimately loses as a result of it. And then when you look at Yamauchi, if you're gonna beat Yamauchi, there's a clear path to victory. It's shoot a dozen takedowns, give yourself some top control, beat him in the grappling. And I just don't see Laramie as using that path to victory. I think maybe that's why the odds are as close as they are, is that maybe Yamauchi is much better on the feet, and maybe they just don't trust him or Laramie to use that path to victory. I kind of thought people would see how bad Yamauchi was on the mat and automatically install Laramie as a huge favorite, but maybe they get it. Maybe they know Laramie won't shoot. And if he does just mix it up on the feet, I think the counters are there all day for Yamauchi. I think he's faster. I think he's sharper. Maybe he wouldn't stop the takedown if Laramie shot for it. But again, then it comes down to game planning. And I'm going to take on Yamauchi as a slight dog here instead.
You really didn't say the real reason why you're taking
Canadian.
Him,
he's Canadian.
He's fading Laramie because he's Canadian. Yeah, everyone knows that. I guess it need not be said at this point. Fade the Canadian. All right, Yamauchi, lock it in if you're anti-Canada as well. All right, here's a familiar last name at least coming up. Whenever I find it on the old Tapology, because it's all over the place, Tapology. It's not King Rikuto, that's a good name, Gumby. Where is Sakuraba's kid? Come on. He's still fighting, right?
Taisei Sakuraba?
Found it. Taisei Sakuraba versus Sho Patrick Usami. That's a good name. Sho Patrick. You wouldn't expect Patrick to be the middle name of a Japanese gentleman, but Sho Patrick Usami, Japan. Taisei Sakuraba from Japan as well. They're fighting at lightweight. 157 is considered over there. We'll talk about Sakuraba first because he's Saku Jr. 1-1 with 1 knockout. He's been submitted 1 time. 1-1 in RIZIN. Submission loss in his last bout. 3 inches of reach over Usami. Usami's savage. Dana White gave him his nickname. 8-4 with 6 knockouts. He's been submitted once. 4-2 in RIZIN. He's 1-2 over his last 3. 2-3 over his last 5. He won his last bout. 1-1 as a pro kickboxer. He's 2 years younger than Saku Jr. All right, Gumby, over to you.
This one was really hard for me to come up with a line for. I'm looking over at my notepad right now that I got beside me, and there's I scribbled it out 7 times because when I first wrote it down, I was like, Sakuraba will be a massive favorite. Everybody's jacked up on him. And then I was like, he'll be an underdog because he looked like crap in his last fight and got beat. Right. And then I went back and forth on it, and eventually I settled on plus 135 for Sakuraba.
Oh, very good. Plus 225. So if you're taking him, that's good.
Okay, that's much better. And I am going to take him. I'm going to go dog out the gate here. Usami, great boxer, right? Obviously his hands are very dangerous. If you watch any of his fights, I like how quick to the target he is. But the bottom line is here with Sakuraba is first of all, he showed himself in his debut that he's got pretty big knockout power, right? It's crazy. We haven't seen really much of the grappling of Sakuraba so far in his MMA career, 2 fights in. But the grappling is still the best part of his game. And I don't think he's going to duke it out on the feet with a boxer here. Kind of questionable takedown defense with Usami. And definitely he's struggled with the jiu-jitsu side of things. And so even if he's the much better striker against the guy who is a grappler, I feel like it's only going to take once getting to the ground for Sakuraba to finish him. I think it's a nightmare for Sakuraba if he doesn't get him to the ground. If he chooses to strike or if, Usami comes in with much improved takedown defense. I think that's a huge issue. But at the end of the day, I do think Sakuraba is just like going to get him down at least once. And at the end of the day, that should be enough.
All right. Lock in Saku Jr. Fantastic. Gumby has got 2 dogs for you right out of the gate. Don't question it. Just follow Gumby. He knows what he's doing. All right. Before we get to more plays, we're brought to you by MyBookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on football and everything else. Their prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using crypto. Check out the MMA Alliance over there. They have a wide variety of promotions, not just UFC. And when you do head to MyBookie.ag, use our promo code to sign up, MMA SGPN. That way you get 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. So that's MyBookie.ag, promo code MMA SGPN. And we're brought to you by NoVig. It's NOVIG. NoVig is America's #1 sports prediction market. NoVig, you're getting the best prices. They have reduced juice on their bets. NoVig on the lines. NoVig is available in 35 plus states. Download the NoVig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with NoVig, promo code SGPN. We're going to get in on more of the action over in Kobe. We are going to stick in the weight class, lightweight. Tatsuya, Saika, Nurkhan, Zhumagazy. He is from all the Chumas are from Kazakhstan. They're fighting at lightweight, like I said, 157. We'll tell you about Sake Yanbo is the nickname. 13-5 with 12 knockouts. He's been knocked out 4 times, submitted once. He owes his rounds, definitely. 0-2 in RIZIN. However, he's won 2 straight and 4 or 5. Both of his past 2 wins via TKO. He went 0-1 and road to UFC. I won't ask you who he lost to. Multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get a shirt, get a merch. sportsgamepodcast.com/store. An inch of height over Zhumagazy. Zhumagazy 9-1, 6 knockouts, 2 submissions. He's been submitted once. This is his debut in RIZIN. He's won 4 straight, all via TKO. He has fought at 145 and 160 before. He's 11 years younger than Saika. All right, line and winner, please, and thank you.
I got written down -250 on Zhumagazy.
You wish.
Is it way worse than that?
650.
Wow. Okay, so yeah. I'm still on Zhumagazy.
He must be good then.
Man, I did not think it was going to be that high. That's the bottom. No, but he's clearly the guy who you should pick here. I just didn't think the books were going to hate Saika as much as they do.
Only one book thus far, but it's not like
they kind of follow each other too. Yeah,
exactly.
They're not that far off. And here's the reason why I thought Saika would be closer. He does have an absolute nuke for a right hand. When he throws a bomb in his right hand, and he lands, it's nasty. The reason I don't like that against Zhumagazy is Zhumagazy is excellent at developing range. He's in and out really well. He throws the leg kicks really well. He does a good job of making sure that he knows where his opponent is before he throws. He throws some really sneaky combinations. He really likes a lead uppercut followed by a straight. And he's done some crazy damage on it. And meanwhile, Saika is more one-dimensional. It's that right hand's coming. It's mean when it lands, but it's gotta land or else he's in bad shape. And so for me, I think Zhumagazy just more technical on the feet. He probably has the takedown game if he really wants to dig to it. I don't think he will. And I mean, that's probably what the books are cooking into, is that he's probably got the takedown game. And -650, am I taking the money line? No. If it comes down a little bit, maybe I could squeeze it into a parlay, but at that price, man, that's higher than I thought it was going to be. But, all things considered, I still like Nurkhan Zhumagazy.
All right. This is the fight that Gumby promises someone's going to get murdered in this fight. It's for the RIZIN Women's Atomweight Championship.
You can say Oshima first because I know she's the dog.
Saika, Izawa, Saori, Oshima, 3 5-minute rounds. 108 is the weight class. All right. I won't tell you how big of a dog, though. Oshima is little giant. 15-6, 2 knockouts, 8 submissions. She's been knocked out once, so she's durable at the very least, Gumby. She's 4-0 in RIZIN. She's won 1 of 3 and 3 of 6. Won her last bout. Multiple regional championships on her.
Mantle.
Correct. Get her merch. sportsgamepodcast.com/store. She went 0-1 in Invicta. Saika, not Saika, Izawa, the champion, 16-0, 1 knockouts, 9 submissions. She's 10-0 RIZIN and the champion. I think she had 1 successful defense thus far. She also has multiple regional championships on her.
Mantle.
Correct. Get her shirt, get her merch, sportsgamepodcast.com/store. Has fought at 115 and 120. 4-0-1 as a pro grappler. 3 years younger than Oshima, 3 inches taller, 7-inch reach advantage. Everything in her favor. All right. How big of a favorite
Oshima is a short queen.
She's a little giant. So you're taking her.
No,
she's
hell
4
no.
foot something.
Hell no, 4'11", 4'11", if I'm not mistaken. Negative 850 is what I have written down.
You wish. 1,500.
Wow, but like within reason, in my opinion. Like,
Izawa, right, how do you play this then?
Izawa finish, Izawa sub. You know, like if you can find props, Izawa quickly. You know, Oshima, if you watched her, I was actually super high on her when she came into Invicta. Was it Romero she fought? Andressa Romero?
I can tell you.
Invicta fight. And I was like, man, this girl's going to be atomweight champ. I like really believed in her wrestling. And then I was like, oh, this like doesn't play against like people.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Andressa Romero. And I was like, this just doesn't play against women who are good at fighting. And that's like a huge bummer. And then like she had this like messy run in the US, right? And now she's back over in Japan. What'd you say, 1-3 in her last 4? And they're like, you know who she should fight? The best woman in the world at this weight class. And like it kind of just shows what like Invicta has come down to is it's just like we got nobody else. Or not Invicta, I'm sorry, RIZIN. What RIZIN has come down to is like we've got nobody else for Izawa. If you've been a prospect, if you've been exciting at some point in time, if your record is better than 2-0, and actually sometimes if it is 2-0, please come fight Saika Izawa so that we can sell some tickets because she's nasty and like sell, you know, she's good. And so for me, Oshima's only path to victory here. Shoot 8,000 takedowns and get at least 3 rounds worth of control time. Izawa's nasty off of her back. She's nasty on the takedown defense. She hurts you on the way in. Like she is the total package in terms of her MMA game. Like I could not be higher on Saika Izawa. I wish she was the impetus for the UFC to say, look, we need that woman in the UFC. We need to create an atomweight division for her. I really think she would dominate no matter who they brought in. And in this fight, like the range is going to play up. I think it's going to be hard for Oshima to get to the legs. And if she does shoot in, I think she's going to get peppered with shots on the way in. So, yeah, give me Saika Izawa. Negative 1,500 could be higher, I would say.
All right, there you go. Steam that line up, ladies and gents. All right, before we get to the main event, let's tell you about Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is your home for pick'em entries where you can win up to 5,000 times your entry. Gumby's got to play for you, I bet, right now.
Sure. NBA Cup starts this weekend. Did you know that? NBA Cup?
No.
It's already starting.
Hooray.
This weekend. Yeah, and I'm going to go with, Charlotte Hornets. They're going to open the NBA Cup with the Timberwolves, and I'm going to take Ryan Kalkbrenner's higher than on his rebounds. Putting up sneaky numbers right now. Jeff likes when I make up a name that he doesn't think is a real person. Do you know Ryan
basketball
Kalkbrenner?
Too? It's tough to do.
Ryan Kalkbrenner?
No, I think I've seen his name though in the box scores. Yeah.
Ryan Kalkbrenner, kind of sneaky good on the boards. Putting up like 7-8 a game. He had a double figures one earlier in the season. Playing the Timberwolves, who shoot and miss a fair amount. So let's take Ryan Kalkbrenner's higher than on his rebounds.
All right. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 to get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with our code, only our code, MMA SGPN. And Rhythm, RITHMM. Rhythm is crushing it in college football, NFL, and now just added the NBA, the aforementioned NBA. Rhythm is also giving away weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you can win $1,000. Gumby, do you have a play for the people here? Any sport you choose.
Yeah, I'm going to take the god-awful Dallas Cowboys, despite the fact that they're wildly disappointing. They bum me out every single time I watch them. I don't know what to do with them anymore. Despite all of those facts, I'm still going to take my Dallas Cowboys minus 3.5 against the Cardinals here. So, yeah, give me the Cowboys on Sunday.
A true fan here. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm, RITHMM, and use promo code SGPN25. All right. The title bout is not the main event because that's how they do things overseas.
I think sometimes it's on the prelims. I think it's main eventing the prelims, to be completely honest.
Yeah, they do stuff like that. We have got a main event at 146 pounds, so a featherweight. Kyohei, Hagiwara, Kyoma, Akimoto. They're both Japanese. Let's break into 3 5-minute rounds. Let's break it down. I'll tell you about Akimoto 9-1, 4 knockouts, 2 submissions. He's never been finished in a fight. He's 4-1 in RIZIN. He's won 2 straight bouts. Submission win in his last bout. He's fought at 125 and 135. 11 years younger than Hagiwara. Kenka Bancho is his nickname. I think it's some anime or something like that. Gumby, you know, one of those things. He's 9-10 with 7 knockouts. He's been submitted 7 times, 8-8 in RIZIN. He's won 2 straight and 3 F6. Both of his past 2 wins via TKO. He's fought at 135 and 150. All right, Gumby.
Hagiwara is probably negative 330.
Hagiwara is negative, you think?
Or positive 330, plus 330.
Yeah, he's plus, you're right in there, plus 300. So yeah, good job.
Okay, and I'm going to take Hagiwara. I'm going to take him as a dog here. Akimoto, real clunky on the feet. I watched some film on him. Yeah, I know it's undefeated record. And what did you say? He's 8-9. We got an undefeated record in 8-9 or something like that.
Hagiwara's 9-10, and the other guy's 9-1.
Yeah, so like, of course they have him as a 3-1 favorite. But watch Akimoto fight. Like Akimoto, jiu-jitsu guy, clearly loves his jiu-jitsu. No double leg takedowns available, but like likes the sneaky like back trip takedowns that you see jiu-jitsu guys use. And like, you know, it's worked for him in the past. He's clunky as hell on the feet. Looks like he doesn't know necessarily what he's doing throwing. Likes to throw a kick once in a while. And it looks like he just has like, you know, I don't mean to be mean. It looks like he has no flexibility whatsoever in his hips. You know, he doesn't turn it over. It seems to just like come up and come right back down. And you're like, what is he even, why does he keep trying that? And on the other side, Hagiwara, very sharp striker. This is clearly a fight where the longer it's on the feet, the more it favors Hagiwara. Very straight to the target, super fast, infinitely faster than you're going to see with Akimoto. And then on top of that too, like, I mean, obviously we got to worry about the striker getting taken to the ground by Akimoto, but on the other side of things, like I've seen some pretty damn good counter wrestling from Hagiwara. Like I saw somebody shoot a double leg on him. He kind of sprawled out a little bit. And as they were like battling for positions, he like grabbed the ankle behind, not in like a full on switch position, but he like grabbed the ankle and turned him over and just created a scramble to get back to his feet. And with Akimoto not having like the standard, like plow him over takedowns and like the big stuff, I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity for Hagiwara to just scramble and get himself back to his feet. He's really strong in the scramble. He's got good get up. And with all of that being said, like every time it's on the feet, Akimoto is in trouble. Akimoto is in danger. So, you know, you can give me a guy at 3-1 who gets to start the fight with the other guy in danger. Yeah, of course I want that. Give me Hagiwara.
All right. Give him Hagiwara. Let's give you a recap and we'll get you some more plays in the lightning round. He's got Hagiwara. He's got Izawa. He has got Zhumagazy. He has got Sakuraba. He has got Yamauchi. So plenty of dogs there. Lightning round is that bam boom pow. I can give you lines as you.
Oh, this is fun because I got 2 written down, but I have no idea what the lines are. So I might have picked like, you know, ugly, soggy favorites here, but I'm gonna go with the ones I got anyway. What can you give me on Won Bin Ki?
I know that guy.
Yeah, he was. Him. Yeah, he was on Road to the UFC. Big fan. So first of all, while you're looking up that line, big fan of Won Bin Ki. He looked excellent on Contender or Road to the UFC. He actually lost in the tournament the first year they had it to Bata Balate. And he only lost that fight because he beat the hell out of him too hard and landed an illegal blow in the process. And like then he gets DQ'd, left out of the tournament. He had some kind of tough fights afterwards, but like the guy is very legit on the feet, very fun all around fighter. So I really like Won Bin Ki, and I can get him at.
Sadly, I don't have a line. Sorry, okay. they don't have lines for every fight. So.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, well, but that's even more fun. So, you know, keep your eyes out for a line on Won Bin Ki. I think he is going to look pretty good come Sunday or Monday, one of those days. Yeah. And then the other one I got is Masaki Suda. Again, she's only 2-0, so I don't know how much you're going to see out there on Suda.
Let me see. How do you Misaki Suda?
Misaki, Misaki.
No, they don't have that either. So they must not have all the prelim ones.
There you go. Yeah, lighten up the prelims here. Misaki Suda 2-0. Have just liked what I've seen in those 2 fights in terms of being well-rounded. Looks like, you know, they can throw the hands. Looks like they can work on the ground. Looks like they can do a little bit of everything. I think they got themselves a favorable matchup here. So once again, that's Misaki Suda and Won Bin Ki as my 2 lightning round plays.
All right, you are set now for the RIZIN event Sunday night / Monday morning. people will be watching it and talking about it in our Discord. That's almost for certain. That would be MMAGamblingPodcast.com/Discord. On the old YouTube,
Sports Gambling Podcast. Sports Gambling
Podcast.
Podcast.
Sorry, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/ I think I might have done that last time. Sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. Right. You check out the fights channel on there. MMA Gambling Podcast on YouTube. You can hit us up in the comments. SGPN MMA on Twitter. He's at Gumby Vreeland. I'm at Jeff Fox Writer. At Jeff Fox Writer on Instagram as well. Check out my Substack and my MMA writing at moneymma.substack.com. Gumby has another podcast. It's called Top Turtle. He has interesting people on it. He dropped 2 episodes this week.
Yeah, we're interviewing in the first episode. You can catch Isaac Dalgarian, who's fighting this Saturday. You can also catch Shamar Williams, who is fighting this Sunday on Anthony Pettis FC 20. And then also on my bonus episode that we dropped, we got Corey Fry, who is fighting Saturday at Octagon 79.
So check out Top Turtle wherever you get your podcasts. And of course, we're at sportsgamblingpodcast.com, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. We'll be back on Sunday. Yanbo, Jeff Fox, and Little Giant Gumby Vreeland. We'll talk to you then.